All right, everyone, Democratic Congressman from California, John Garamendi, he joins me now. I'm going to start, Congressman, with your take on Facebook right now. I know you're in the room today, and you're watching Mr. Zuckerberg's second day of hearing. Where are you coming out on this?
Well, I come out that this is a really good thing that these hearings are taking place. There's not an American and perhaps people around the world that would share their privacy with anybody. So privacy is important, and we got to make sure we can protect our personal privacy and also the privacy of all of our neighbors. That's the fundamental question here for Facebook. How can their business model work and at the same time protect our individual privacy?
Does the company need to be broken up? Has it gotten too big? There's no competitors.
Well, I suspect there may be competitors being developed somewhere in the United States. There are different platforms that are being used. They may be able to be expanded. Certainly competition is exceedingly important in every enterprise. Unfortunately, that is not the case here. Broken up, I'm not going there right now, but I'd like to see other competitors come along. And I suspect that with the proper regulations in place that would rein in the open access to data that Facebook presently makes available to advertisers and to other, some of them nefarious users out there, that there may increase opportunities for competition.
Very quickly, sir, I don't have a ton of time, but I want to get your reaction to Paul Ryan saying he's not going to run again.
Well, he's a good person. I think I like him, but really I think he has run away from a huge problem that he's created. His tax bill, that was what he had been trying to do for more than a decade, creates a huge monumental deficit and a serious economic problem for this nation and certainly for the government. And he's going to run away from solving that problem. And what I've heard of his solutions, they are not going to be the answer. So I understand why he wants to go, but I'm also very much aware that he's running away from a huge problem that he managed to create.
Do you foresee more of this? I mean, not just Representative Ryan, but additional Republicans that are kind of caught in a tough spot between, say, what the president's saying in his rhetoric and what they historically have thought and said?
Well, just before I came on the show, I was talking to one of my Republican colleagues who happens to have the courage to tell the president and the entire world that he's wrong, that the president is wrong, that he's an emperor without clothes, that he's creating a huge, huge problem for this nation and putting us in serious jeopardy. I just wish other Republicans would do that. Unfortunately, it seems the only time they do it is after they've decided to leave office.